I was born into a family of 6. I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger. But as you can imagine, being the only girl, I've got to watch my back. Or maybe they have to watch theirs. Both my parents are pretty amazing. They raised us in a Christian home, and I've been blessed to attend a Christian school right from kindergarten. So when asked to give my testimony, my original thought was, what testimony do I have? But a testimony isn't always about God turning bad into good, although I really like those testimonies. Our testimony should be of God's goodness in your life. It's your story, and we all have one, and this is mine. You see, being raised in a Christian home, it's what you know. As kids, we learn by what we are taught, but we also learn by what we see. And we see everything. You can't teach us to act one way and then turn around yourself and act entirely different. It just doesn't work that way. We learn by example. We follow in the steps of our parents. Isn't that how we learn? Kind of like a game. You start out on the sidelines watching how the game is played. But you can't actually play until you know how to play or until you choose to play. Let me give you an example. In our home, we pray before we eat at every meal. I always thought, if I have to eat, I have to pray. Pray, eat, quite simple. On Sundays, we go to church. Every Sunday, it's what you do. At church, you sing and sit and stand, and then you sing and sit and stand again. Then I remember watching my mom sing. She has such a beautiful voice. But she wouldn't just sing. She would get lost in a song. Eyes closed, often raising her hands in worship. I really didn't understand. I'd often see people crying, people at their altar on their knees or even lying on the ground. This was normal, but it didn't make sense to me. It just was the way it was. I gave my heart to Jesus when I was 6. I went to a Christian school, so I was learning about God's Word on a daily basis. I'm only 11, but I bet I could quote more scripture than most adults I know. I prayed to God before bed and asked Him for anything I wanted. After all, He is God. Isn't that what being a Christian looks like? Sounds good from the outside. You see, we can do all the right things, act perfectly, even talk the talk. But God is more interested in our hearts. 2 summers ago, when I was 9, I was in a Kingdom Kid musical, and we had God time. Basically, we played songs that talked about God, and we spent time with Him, with no distractions, just us and Him. Well, I can't explain it, but for the first time, I really felt the presence of God in my heart. I mean, He was so real to me, I just couldn't stop crying. He touched my heart in such a real way. It changed everything. I now understood why my mom got so lost in when she worshipped. I understand why people cry and fall to their knees at the altar. God is so incredible. He's amazing and indescribable and so beyond words. But I think that happened that day was everything I'd ever learned in my whole life went from my head to my heart. And the Spirit came and moved into my heart, and He's never left. Now, when I pray, I understand. I'm talking to God Himself, but He's not just God. He's my Heavenly Father, and Jesus is my best friend, and Holy Spirit actually lives in my heart and is with me constantly. God is amazing. He doesn't just want you to know about Him. He wants you to actually know Him. He doesn't want to help you live life. He wants to live it with you every day. God knows everything about you, but you have to choose Him. He has already chosen you. It's up to you to respond. I guarantee your life will change forever for the good. I know I am not perfect, and I will never be, but God tells us that He will never stop working on us. He'll never give up on me, and He'll never give up on you either. I know. We think we're just kids. What do we know? But we're not stupid. We can tell the difference between people who talk the talk and people who walk the walk. I've learned that I do not have to stand by and watch people live their lives around me. I don't have to wait to grow up to experience God or start my faith walk. My walk started 2 years ago when I experienced His presence for the first time. And yes, I'm only 11, but I have seen God do signs and wonders and healings and miracles that are beyond words with my own eyes. God is moving. He is alive and real, and I just can't wait to see all that He will continue to do in and through me. Living for Jesus is exciting and fun, and I want to know more and more about Him every day. He always does more than we could ever ask or believe. If you don't know God like this, you can. He wants you to. It's so simple. It's all about your heart. Surrender to Him with everything in you. Give God your heart. Don't wait. Tell Him you need Him. Whether you're 4 or 94, we all have a choice to make. The question is, are you on the sidelines watching the game being played, or are you ready to play?